What's going on, everybody, and welcome to badgaming.com. I'm your host, Jimmy, and that's John. We're laughing today, guys, because we're awesome, and we're a tad bit late today, so please forgive us on that. But John, how's your week been, man?
Um, Exhausting.
All right.
I've been diving into a bunch of different things at this point. Most notably, the one I'm going to talk about the most today probably is the demo for Quantic Dreams Detroit Become Human, which I've been
Okay.
looking forward to for a very fucking long time. Ever since everyone had that big uproar before Beyond Two Souls came out for the Kara PS3 tech demo,
Right.
which everyone demanded a game, and here we're finally fucking getting it. They did it. They went for it. Um, and it looks fantastic. I haven't been playing God of War, which I should have been. Uh,
Shame.
a lot of but bonding with the clan and the badgaming.com community over Killing Floor,
Yeah,
um,
man.
which is still a fantastic fucking game to this day. It's only gotten better with time.
That was
Um,
actually the first time I was able to play it with friends, and
and it's fucking pointless without it.
yeah, it's a lot different.
Yeah.
But
What
that's
about you? What have you been doing?
I mean, nothing. No. Obviously, for people who know me, like I work on
Fuck off.
overnights, so a lot of times I'll get up, go to work, go home, go to sleep, get up, go to work, etc., etc. So I haven't had a lot of time to play games. Like I played Killing Floor with y'all, I played Fortnite with y'all, like PVE. I've played a little bit of BattleTech this here and there, just touch like learning some stuff before I start streaming it again. But that is something I really do need to get back into because I do
Oh,
enjoy the game a lot. But it's just like one of those things. Like it's very time consuming,
yeah.
and there's so much to it that I
A little
just
slow,
haven't. Yeah, I haven't even started on yet.
but
And
we will be talking about that today because
exactly.
it's so good. What's there
And
is good.
yeah, like what got me actually special thing real fast is my girlfriend actually bought me tickets to or bought us tickets to go see Kingdom Hearts the orchestra. Yeah, I'm freaking excited, dude.
I'm
And
fucking jealous. That's don't fuck that up, Jimmy. That's a keeper.
right, appreciate
That's
you, man. Like that's their encore tour, so like I'm excited. And so pretty much like it's in July, so I feel like July is going to be the month where I actually go through and play all of the Kingdom Heart video games. And I
that'll
haven't
be
played,
exciting.
yeah, I haven't played through any of. I've played through one and two and very little Chain of Memories. So the fact that
Right.
I'm going to go play all of them is just going to be so time consuming.
Even that horrendous under the sea segment
Oh man, that's like the least favorite part.
for everyone who ever liked that series. Um, yeah. I mean, no, we've been doing stuff. We're kidding for the most part. It's been a pretty hectic week. A lot of game news, a lot of games. See what else we've had. The Labo release last week, which we're going to talk about today.
Yeah,
Neither of us have personally used it, but I still don't get it. If
it's
I'm being
cardboard.
completely fair here, it's cardboard. It's cardboard that you can interact
Yeah.
with the Switch somehow. A little interested in the guitar
Yeah.
that you can make with it, but I mean, I have the real thing, so I just
It's like, eh.
I don't know. We've had some news with Agony this week, which anybody who's been following that game, it looked twisted as shit, which was kind of the point of it.
Yeah.
But now they've run into some speed bumps there. But I don't know. I mean, if you got anything else, we can just jump into
Nah,
it.
let's go right into it since it's already on your screen right there. Our first topic of the
Right.
day, guys, is actually with Detroit. So, since you actually haven't, I watched the demo that you played, but I haven't played it
Right.
myself, and I saw the trailer originally when it first came out, but I since then I haven't really seen anything on it. You want to like I've read some news articles about it. If you give your like talk to us about it, see what how you feel about it, because my problem that I've seen with a lot of games, the the guy who made the game, like
David
the
Cage.
yes, a lot of his games like Heavy Rain, Fahrenheit, well, I can't,
Beyond Two
yeah,
Souls,
Beyond Two Souls,
Ultron,
thank
the
you.
Nomad Soul. Those are
Um,
all of them.
yeah, all of them are immensely like captivating. The stories are bring you in and pulling your heartstrings, and it's great, but the gameplay is literally like button cues.
That was a lot of QTE in every single one of them. However,
Okay, here we go.
there's a reason for that. And so, essentially, I'm going to talk about Detroit first, but we are going to go into Quantic Dream as a whole because there are some criticisms that I'm actually fearing, or I actually have some fears about
Right.
with Detroit in the end. First off, it's a massive PlayStation exclusive. I mean, this is a big release, guys. Whether people are really excited about it or not, but it's a big release 1 month after quite possibly the biggest release on the PlayStation 4, which is God of War.
Yes.
So they've got two back to back, and if they're both great, Sony just got an amazing 1-2 punch. Microsoft can throw whatever hardware they want on there, as long as everything they release I can play on my PC. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that.
Everything's destroyed. That was the delete button. What are you doing?
As long as everything I can play is on PC, I don't actually have a reason to buy one outside of I kind of miss Halo 5 multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
I got you.
But if it's not great, I guess Sony doesn't lose out because God of War. However, anybody who watched the demo, holy shit, it was intense. Everything about that was nail biting. It's that same like first reveal they did where the android Connor is going in and negotiating the release of that little girl as a hostage that what they call the deviant android who left his core programming and his processes took her hostage after killing her dad. And you do some investigative work, your probability of success goes up with actually de-escalating the situation.
Okay.
It can play out several different ways. The first way through, which you'll see below at some point, because it's not a very long clip. I only did 2 of the 5, I think, possible outcomes, which it shows you afterwards, how else it could have played out. You sacrifice yourself, save the girl, and he's just left there with this blue blood pouring out of his mouth. It's a noble sacrifice, and but that's going to be that Quantic Dream thing, where kind of like in Heavy Rain, which is I don't have the game, so I can't confirm this yet, but I don't see why they would give you that option right off the bat and then let it play out if this wasn't the case. You can continue playing as the other protagonists, and if the story will wrap itself around that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was all the little details they paid attention to. The graphics are fantastic. And then this stuff right here, that's playing below, actually playing below before the delay catches up to us. It's the investigation stuff where you recreate the motions of everything, and you got a little CSI in your head. And
it's like Batman.
Yeah, it's a lot like the detective mode in Batman Batman games.
Bad sonar. Sorry.
Those games were fucking ridiculous. I loved every second of it, except for Arkham Origins.
I'm Batman. I am the Gotham. Okay, we get you. I'm Batman. It's cool. Save your city, Gotham.
Chill, man.
Why? What? I am Gotham.
It's like nobody ever took the time to offer him a Halls. That's what started.
That's seriously what it is. He's just angry because his throat's dry. I need a hall. Albert.
Oh my God.
We just cracked the code. Sorry. Detroit, Batman, sonar, detective.
There's not much. There's not much else to say about beyond that. I mean, from what we got to play, super QTE heavy.
Yeah.
Super reactive. I did run into a thing where I took too much time investigating on my second playthrough, and the cop was like, "You coming out here or what?" But then I noticed some other things, like I was able to save the cop the second time around, and then I went all RoboCop on the deviant's ass and shot him right in the forehead after a very emotional "I don't want to die" plea. Yeah, I mean it was intense, and you can kind of play that out how you want. Obviously, ideally, you would have him surrender. Right. But one of those first E3 trailers, we saw what happened in that case, and the cop shot him down. So, yeah. But what had happened is he found out he was being replaced, and so it was just this is the life. I'm merchandise. Oh my God. Um, but as a these things are all super positive, and I'm really looking forward to the game. I mean, I've got it ready to go as soon as release date hits. I'll be streaming it probably all the way through in one sitting. I'm not gonna make that promise just yet because I don't know how long this one's gonna be.
Right.
I don't want to like commit to like a 30-hour game in one sit down. Uh, but I am gonna play it all the way through.
More coffee.
That'll definitely be happening too. I got like a 4-day weekend to do this.
Oh man.
Um, but Quantic Dream as a whole have had this tendency with their games to embrace that cinematic approach, where, and I say cinematic in the worst possible way, and the overused way to justify low frame rates. I'm not saying they do that, but Ubisoft did that with Assassin's Creed. Like, 30 FPS is closer to the cinematic feel. No, it's not. It's crap. It's horribly irresponsive.
Right.
But it's like the over dramatized bits to like get in your heart. However, they're gamified, so you'll end up with that infamous scenario at the beginning of Heavy Rain where your son goes missing in the mall, and you essentially end up with a whole press X to boy scenario where you're just running around hammering a button going, Sean, real awkwardly. It's so fucking weird.
Wasn't it like Jason or something? I can't remember.
What?
The
Jason.
Yeah, because you're just mashing the button.
There's 2 different kids. I think the other one's name is Sean. Yeah, he is, and he's the one who gets kidnapped. Spoilers for the old ass game. But also that game had a massive plot hole in it that it never addresses. And you can kind of tell they intended to have one guy as the serial killer. One of the protagonists is a serial killer, and it turns out it's another one. But a lot of their games end up with these things where it's just, especially Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain's a prime example of this, although Fahrenheit/Indigo Prophecy, depending on where you were in the world when you played it.
Right.
And if the ESRB hit it with the AO at your hometown or not.
Ayo.
I mean, you do nail someone as a corpse, which is kind of cool.
I am a popsicle.
Right?
It's like, wait,
there were some neat little details, like she'd have steam coming out of her breath and he wouldn't. But it's almost like it's built up and it feels artificial. All the emotions, and
right.
because they're overblown,
just over the top, just.
But they're also trying to get over that uncanny valley thing. You have like a great graphics engine, people look human. And at Quantic Dream, of course, they've had some controversy of their own over the past few months with some accusations of like poor studio working conditions and harassment. But they're apparently suing the outlets now.
Wow.
That are reporting on this. So I don't know. Maybe they feel confident that they're good. But anyway, yeah. Back. I don't want to shit on the studio for games that I've invested just hours and hours into. Beyond was amazing for what it was, but you were not wrong. They are all QTEs. Right. They are all massive QTEs. It's kind of like the point-and-click genre, but just more interactive. Indigo Prophecy was really bad about that. But no, but none of this changes the fact that I'm super optimistic about Detroit. I loved every second of what was going on in that demo. I can't wait to dive into the other characters. I can't wait to see more of it. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. It's like May 25th, May 26th, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Do you have anything you wanted to add on that? Have you looked at any of that?
It looks really, really good. Once again, I am worried about the QTs because that's once again it's the heavy thing for it. Like the story, of course, looks amazing, but I can't give my stamp of go buy this right now.
Right.
If it's just like an interactive story, like.
I'll tell you right now, that's what it is.
Like.
That's what people are buying it on the promise of.
But like, you know what I mean? Like as far as like the QTs go, it's just like,
right.
I don't want to commit to a $60 price tag. Especially like one of the big things that I see that I'm kind of worried about is like it has a rewind button.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't like it's oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Let's back up. It kind of takes away the the stressor of this is your choice. It's nah, you can fuck up a lot and you'll be fine. And
Well, I mean, you have to do the whole scenario again, and you're. I mean, to be fair, you're going to want to do that anyway,
right.
just to see how everything could turn out. But yeah, no, I get it. It kind of takes like some of the permanence out of your actions, and I mean that's a little bit of a shame. There was one other thing about this game. It raised a lot of ire with some gaming media about another scene they showed off, like the last demo. Uh, the android that looks like Kara, which that might be her name in the game too.
That's literally her name in the game.
Okay. Her scene with her situation had dealt with a lot of child abuse. It can ultimately end in the abusive father beating the girl to death. And people thought, well, you're making light of by trying to you're exploiting a situation that happens to real people. And I'm thinking, I'm actually going to have to side with Quantic Dream on this one.
Okay.
If they do it poorly, they'll eat crow over it.
Yeah.
If they portray it poorly. But I mean, that's the kind of shit people want in their dramas. They want controversy. They want the uncomfortable experience because that invests you in the story. So I'm all for that. Usually, if someone's like, "Oh, this game has a rape scene" or "This game has abuse in it" or something, if it's in there for shits and giggles, it's irresponsible and horrible.
Sure. Yeah.
But if they do it right, what it is, the nature of what it is not such a big deal. Like it. I mean, it's part of the story. It's part of their creation.
Yeah, there to prove a point.
Right. So I mean, it has its purpose. Mm-hmm. It's not a shallow thing, but we won't know how exactly this is going to play out until it's here. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. End of May.
Absolutely, man. But I feel like we've kind of expressed our opinions on Detroit. So let's go ahead and get into a game that you're really excited about. I've seen a few parts of it. I haven't. Once again, I mean, I haven't done as much research as you on Agony itself. But let's go ahead and get into it.
Yeah.
I've seen the beginning trailer of it where you fall you're in hell as a damn soul, and you're walking around this hellish area. You see one giant flesh-looking creature fly overhead. You're in it. And you just hear this nagging voice in the back of your head talking about trying to find the Red Queen. And I also saw the trailers where you're the martyr and you can go into other damn souls and take over their bodies, as well as lesser demons and eventually greater demons, etc., etc. And it looks I feel as before you get to lesser demons, there's not really a combat thing with demons. It's just only with other humans, and it looks phenomenal. It looks like a survival game. It looks like you're naked, you're afraid, you're trying to get out of hell, literally. And I feel like the game takes away from that once it gives you the option to essentially unlock weapons by being able to control demons.
Kind of, but I mean, I think that's kind of the point. I mean, I haven't seen any actual combat footage because I've been trying to I'm torn between wanting to talk about it on the podcast with a highly informed perspective and being excited as all shit for this game.
Right.
So it's like I don't want to ruin anything for myself, but it's it was promised to be the most disturbing horror game of all time on their Kickstarter. They were going on and on about that, and I mean, you're a demon in hell or a fallen soul in hell. This is the perfect setup for this. Couple things I'm worried about. I don't want to end up with a Dante's Inferno tour of hell. That would be an easy trap to fall into.
It's oh look, there's this, and here's the fifth circle of hell, and here's this.
All the design's been done for them, except little aesthetic changes they make. I don't think that's going to be the case from what we've seen. I mean, there's not a whole bunch to talk about other than this game also comes out in May. However, there was some controversy recently. A lot of backers are pissed.
Right.
Personally, I don't think they have any real reason to be, based on how the developers phrased what they were doing.
Hmm.
But essentially, while they were getting the game certified, it became really apparent they were going to get an adults only rating. And as most people know, AO games you cannot have on PlayStation or Xbox.
Yeah.
So they would basically have to choose between having the AO game, which likely even Steam wouldn't carry. Which I mean, I know they do carry AO games. I bought Hatred on Steam, um, but I mean, it would really reduce their market share. They wouldn't have their console releases, which people already paid for.
Right.
I believe they're giving console backers a copy of the game on PC as well. The reason being, they had to change some stuff. I don't know that they cut anything specifically, but they changed like camera timing and angles and whatnot to maintain most if not all of the content, but get it down to an M rating, so they wouldn't have to remove like entire scenes.
Right.
And look at their Kickstarter post; they show a lot of the shit that's still in this game. It's still pretty out of this world as far as like hardcore goes. It's probably gonna be the most M-rated M game there is.
The most M-rated M game.
Right. It's just like right on the cusp there. um, but it's I mean, so it's still like dark and disturbing. However, PC players get a free patch to restore the original, essentially AO content. I do intend on streaming this game, which means I'm gonna have to do that pre-patch,
Yeah.
at least as far as I understand Twitch's TOS. However, they don't officially have an AO even with the patch, so I don't know. I don't know what the rules are going to be on that. I'll have to do some research. I guess when in doubt, I should probably just run it unpatched.
Yeah.
But
Just
I don't know. It looks awesome.
Please
though.
don't
Like,
ban me.
yeah, don't ban me. But it looks fucking awesome. I think people should at least go check it out, especially if you're in the horror games,
Mm-hmm.
or just the whole idea of like exploring hell in general. Because I mean, that is like the ultimate human. This is gonna sound bad, but the ultimate human like fantasy landscape. It's rich for like all of humanity's horrors. Or you know, that's where they would go. That's where they would come from in our mind before we understood what they were. Um, so I mean, I think it's just ripe for this massive exploration. Plus, the other thing is on the other side of it, it also kind of looks like it's a game about jump scares with tits.
Yeah.
Which I mean, if you watch the trailers, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh,
Just,
that could go either way.
like it's just, it looks great. I'm like it looks like a potential contender for Nopetober for that stream.
Absolutely.
I'm just worried that it's going to be one of those things where it's like, oh, this is scary until you get weapons, aka demons.
Right.
And that's my only problem with it. Like I see like it's going to be a great game. It's got a lot of potential. It's got one of those stories where it's like you don't know who you are. You're just trying to find the Red Queen. Everyone's trying to find the Red Queen. And like one of the parts I found, like I don't know why, but it stuck out in my head. But like one of the demons or whatever, the thing that's talking in your head or whatever was just
Right.
like, I can almost smell her red clit. She's close. And I'm just like,
That's dirty.
did you have to say that?
Yeah.
Like in my head, like we're in hell. I'm seeing people die, and then like the language to me is over the top, and I'm like, wait. I feel like as a human, my mindset is in the wrong spot.
Well, that's another thing that we need to be worried about with this. When people promise things like the most disturbing or the most graphic, usually it just means they kind of went over the top in a lot of things, which can be off-putting and pull you out of it. So that is definitely a worry. There was something else about that game though. That what I want to talk about was essentially the nature of your fear about it losing its scary whenever you can fight back. No, and the reason I say this, some of the most horrific games in the planet let you have weapons. Silent Hill. Oh my god.
I missed that game.
Oh, wait, you missed it or you missed it?
Miss the game.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute, how have you not? We're gonna correct this, but
we're buying it right now.
Yeah. No. Silent Hill 2. You had weapons in that game. It was still like it just got under your skin. Fatal Frame. You had the camera. We talked about that last week, especially 2. That game was just like one big holy shit on a disc.
Yeah, it's like why the fuck am I dying so much? Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean that's really all I got about Agony. It looks like you want to roll into BattleTech next, and
Yeah, actually I do. So
this
let me
is
go
some
ahead.
exciting news.
Man,
I was like,
I'm actually finally on my channel. If you look down here, we got BattleTech going on. I planned it because the first hour I was having to play Minesweeper because the shit wouldn't download. So I'm glad that worked out accordingly. Um, I'm super excited for BattleTech as I was last week. It's so much fun. Like I said, there's so much to it, and that's one of the problems. It's a good problem to have because there's so much to it. I'm just like I need to review. I need to read up on because there's so much text. Holy shit. And I'm just like I need to like they don't hold your hand, which is good in a game, but God bless
like as a
America.
quick aside, you're going to be watching this footage of BattleTech below his window right now, and you're going to be like, "That's a lot of menus and text." This is character creation. It goes on for a while.
Yeah, it happens. Like my first hour and a half is me making my shit. And then like after that there's just a nonstop story which I honestly I skipped some of it because I'm just like, okay, I get it. I know it's gonna happen. Like the only problem I have is they're doing a story that's been done a million times in the beginning
Yeah,
where it's like if you watched it, slight spoilers aside for the intro, it's the tutorial. Is you're going through the very beginning, you're escorting a princess to take her coronation, and lo and behold, her uncle decides to start a civil war, and everyone
what a
starts turning on
dick.
everyone else. Exactly, and then like her pretty much sister, her cousin, is like, "I'm going to kill you. My father has shown me the truth." So they have this huge like sibling rivalry almost going on where they want to kill each other, and of course your master, your Yoda, dies in the process trying to save you as well as the princess.
Yeah,
And
that was
then
actually one of the first places I had a problem with the game. Um, was essentially it's like the super in-depth role-playing character creator because this is based on a miniatures game. I mean,
exactly,
which they've got hybrid role-playing rules and everything. But so it's like, oh, everything you do matters, every choice matters. And then like right after that dude dies, this guy rescues you, and he's like, all right, well, if you want to join us, cool. I guess sleep on it, make your choice in the morning. And I'm like, okay, I guess I get to have more dialogue in the morning. Nope. 3 years later,
yeah, I'm like,
you're like,
oh, but it did keep its promise though on if you just choose not to help the the anonymous figure, let's be honest, the princess,
right.
like because I haven't said yes or no to it yet. I'm stupid. I'm too busy trying to repair my people from getting wrecked on the first freaking mission. You're able to do stuff. Like the tutorial gave you a false sense of security, man. You're over
Yes,
here
it
like I was like, I am invincible. This is easy mode. Let's go. And then I'm in this very like I know you have the same problem I did. You're in the very next mission. You're like, all right, cool. Let me just go over here to where these turrets are. So I move one of my mechs up, and I'm like, wait a minute. Then every single turret just I'm like, oh my god, what happened to his arms and his legs? A mech comes in, kicks my dude over, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Everyone is dying. It's my second mission.
it's your first mission off rails too.
Yeah,
So, like I lost my scout almost immediately because I was like, well, he's the scout. He's agile. He'll get out of the way quickly.
he'll
No,
leave.
no, he's weak as fuck. So he got destroyed, and then my dude that I make, he doesn't actually die, but he gets killed, put out of commission. And you look at the injury report after we finally squeeze out of that thing at the end, 110 days to recover. I don't know how long it's going to be till I get to play this
Like
motherfucker.
my guy, my scout got hurt for 34 days. My glass cannon died. I lost two mechs. I'm just like I don't have like I went into my next mission two mechs like down. I was playing so safe. It was just like, all right, as opposed to like, let's go, like running over here. It's like, all right, click, next guy, click. Y'all are gonna be butt buddies the entire way.
Well, like I got to this position where I was going to try to flank with the two heavies, like get them
Right.
down, so they can launch rockets up, and that was kind of successful for picking off the cars. But
I realized that
it,
like the cars are like one hit, like
yeah,
over. But then like depending if you have like the PCC cannon or whatever, like the particle sniper cannon,
Right.
that does the work. But
You know,
oh god,
I don't know, man. That game it's a lot better than I actually expected it to be. Like what I wanted is what I'm getting
yes,
for the most part. But that rarely turns out to be the case. So shout out to Harebrained Schemes for bringing this game to life as video game form. They even apparently went super accurate with a lot of the models. And so when you go in and try to figure out what can damage what the most effectively, what a lot of people are actually recommending is using, I think it's called Sarna, but I could be wrong about that, the
okay.
actual BattleTech wiki for the miniature game to figure out what units can do what.
Yeah,
So you can like tell at a glance, like this is what I need to do here. Blah, blah, blah. But I'm really excited to see where the story goes, like how I get to control it, because it's like I'm an outcast from this thing. Well, not an outcast. My noble family left this place that we're from.
oh, I got
And
exiled.
yeah, so it's just like they give you the opportunity to go back there at the beginning, and it's like no, that's what I chose.
Right.
Some of the dialogue options are amazing. Like I was talking to our social media person, Heather Nay, while I was playing it for the first time, and we were having a good laugh about when your mentor dies, you get those dialogue options. It's like, well, the queen is dead, and your mentor didn't make it out, and it's like all the RPG dialogue options, but the first one is, well, shit.
That's the first one. That's the one I picked. I was like, click.
Yeah,
Well,
same here.
shit.
It's just like the perfect response to sum up that whole clusterfuck that we just got out of. I don't know, man. I don't know how much I can stretch on this topic simply because I have only played the first two missions, but I am completely enamored with the game. I
Have
want to go
you
back in and see where it goes.
have you done any of the mech customizations?
No.
Like it's infuriatingly complex, and I love it for that reason because you can more or less you can almost do everything. You can almost do everything you want. I like you can get two of the particle cannon things or whatever on both your arms. Just have those and just run around just double sniper mofo. But like you gotta match the physics of the heat sinks. You gotta have multiple heat sinks. You gotta make sure your mech isn't too heavy. Like
Right.
you gotta do this, that, and the other, and you gotta like do like certain mechs are better for certain stuff. But you can technically make your damn scouts like have the fucking sniper cannons and like you can do whatever you want.
That overheating shit is infuriating.
It is,
It's
but
like, okay, I need to get like two more shots off. Fuck it. Can I do it anyway and just risk it? And then all of a sudden your mech's on fire. Like, oh, okay. Well, this is just how this goes.
yeah, this is my
Go
life.
stand in a river.
This is how it goes.
They
But
tell me that on the desert map.
yeah, go sit in a river.
Yeah, just anywhere around here.
There's a puddle over here, I guess.
Next thing you know, you're looking around like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction.
Yes,
Like, I don't.
Pause while everyone in the audience does their best impression of it. Just but I think we talked enough about BattleTech. We can actually get
Right.
into Frostpunk, which I didn't know existed until last week.
This is a game that pretty much you're going to take all of the lead on because I have only seen bits and pieces of it. I'm interested in it, but I don't know really anything about it.
Absolutely.
It's pretty, and they sold a fuckload.
Yeah,
Way
out
more
of
than
nowhere. But like, if I can stop burping, I'll get right into it. Badgaming.com. But so the game it's a building simulator is what it is.
Right.
And it's built in Frozen Earth. You are the pretty much the mayor essential of the I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by your damn Witcher 2 cinematic, which is amazing.
It's
So
so
I
fucking
gotta
pretty.
I gotta cover this up with your face. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
So we're good. Sorry, I just have all these screens up. If y'all saw what my screens look like, you'd probably have a heart attack. Anyways, so like it's a very good it's a building simulator, and it's sorry, I just messed up and moved myself over to where I could see chat, and there's people in our chat saying funny stuff. So I got distracted on that. Apparently, I'm wearing a Hugh Hefner robe. Um,
I was gonna ask, but I figured,
no, it's a jacket, guys. Come on now. Yes, indubitably. Anyways, sorry. So Frostpunk, it's a steampunk, your battle simulator, your a builder simulator, but it's a lot more rugged, desperate terrain. You're the mayor of the city, and you have to make sure it survives. So you have to make the hard choices people can't make. So it's like, am I going to do this morally correct? Am I going to just like save the rest of the like my people, essentially? So like you'll have to make a choice of like, let's see, you need more food, or no, you need more sawmills, you need more fire to the wood to burn for the fires to keep your stuff warm because it's negative 20 degrees, and you're the only, like, you're the last city on earth with this frozen tundra wasteland. And so like you need to get the sawmills going, so you need more workers, so you put in the law child labor laws so you can use children to work because you need the extra workers. Then you don't have enough time in the day, it seems like, so you put in oh my god, you implement, my words are so bad right now, badgaming.com, yes. You implement,
Badgrammar.com.
it's the best ever, man. BG can be anything. Um, like you implement 24-hour work days. Then like survivors come out of nowhere and like come to your town, and you're like, great, I need the help, but I don't want the extra mouths to feed. So next thing you know, you put in like a porridge or like a soup act or something to stretch it further. And it's just like you make these tough choices that are like, they're morally wrong 100%, but you need to keep your people alive. So it's like, do you do what's best for this group of people and risk everyone else dying, or do you sacrifice these people to keep your people alive? And it's like,
Right.
okay, we found survivors who found out how to live in the frozen tundra, who can deal with it, who can get through it. What do you do? Well, we're going to kill them and take their stuff because they won't be able to share all of it with us, and if they're dead, we can have all of it. Like, you have to make these choices, and there's parts where you can send out excavations, and RG Lecker played the game a little bit, so I was able to watch it on his stream, so shout out to him, of course. But like, you you have hope. There's little hotspots or places of interest on the map where you can send out your expeditions and might find something. Like maybe you'll find like fucking seeds. Like you can grow trees again. You can grow plants. There's hope for survival. You can get out of this. You can end the frozen tundra. Like, or you can find nothing. You can be despair. You can have like just can't win at all. Like it's just, there's so much to the game. It's so desperate needs call for desperate measures, like desperate times. I'm sorry. Like it's just fighting tooth and nail, trying to like survive in this world, and then it's over. Like if you make all the rough choices, you get through it, you get to the end of the campaign, and it just fizzles out. It's like, you won, congratulations. Would you like to play again? And I can't say for myself, but from what I've read, as well as what other streamers have said, is it's the campaign isn't RNG. It's the same campaign every time you play. So it's the same events that happen in the game.
So that
And
feels like an oversight.
yeah, so it's one of those things that's kind of sad because they have a really good concept here of like, you're making these tough ass decisions, but like once you get to this stage, like you realize that it's not like all you're doing is you like it's not as hard the second time around, more or less. You're like, all right, I gotta do this,
Well,
I
it's
gotta do
like
this.
once you've learned how to get through the game, there's nothing new that you're going to discover. Nothing cool is going to happen because you've already seen every event. I can see the downside of that. Um, you mentioned last night when we were kind of going back and forth about some of this stuff, things like implementing fighting pits and things like that to boost morale.
Yeah, you like fighting
Which,
pits and like whorehouses just to be like, hey
right.
guys, we have this.
which sounds awesome. I mean, I know Darkest Dungeon did something similar to like keep you from going insane.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a very different kind of game, obviously,
a little bit.
but which is also an excellent one. If nobody's played it, check it the fuck out. There was one thing. Um, well, I already mentioned that it did really well. Like despite the criticisms, the game is doing exceedingly well on Steam. Um,
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like they knew the shortcomings of their game because the game is only $25.
right, right. You
Like
know,
they,
a lot of this stuff will just release it at a flat 50 or 60. Um, so $25. I mean, that's not a huge ask for,
mm-mm.
especially if it's like a well built game.
Yeah, I think the reason that's one of the like I think that is like honestly the reason why they sold so many is because everyone like you all you need to do is get like one semi big streamer to be like, hey, this game's pretty fun, and then boom, people just start buying this game nonstop. Next thing you know, it's the number third um freaking game being played on Twitch, and everyone's like, what is this? Like that's how I saw it. Is because I'm over here like, well, let's see like some new games are coming out, and I see lo and behold like Frostpunk. Like what's Frostpunk? And I click on it and like the first six people are like from like Germany, and I was like, this is not going to help me at all.
Right, right. Uh,
But
I mean,
like that's all I have to say about that one. If you want to go ahead and get into Switch's newest cardboard,
honestly, I know fuck all about the Labo, other than like what I've seen, what they've shown me.
right?
Um, I mean, but yeah, I mean, it looks neat because it looks like fucking witchcraft. I mean, you're falling cardboard over shit, and the next thing you know, you're catching a fish on your screen. Um, I would imagine the stuff in the cardboard itself doesn't actually do all that much. It's probably more for your own, like the illusion.
Yeah,
Um, you know, the game itself is going to do things
right.
because it's programmed to. But I mean, like they have the robot thing. I think there's a race car that actually works. Um, fucking guitars and pianos that function. Uh, I mean, it all looks interesting. And of note, when I was checking Amazon earlier, it was sold out. I mean, you could buy them for like extra money and
Right.
like poorly spelled listings. But I mean, I know they were still available on Nintendo's website when I was looking earlier. Asking price might be a little high. I mean, it's not super bad. Like, there's the variety kit for like $70, and
Right.
then the robot kit for like 80. Um, I don't personally have one, obviously. I'm still like, to be honest, not even 100% sure I'm going to get one.
But yeah.
And you said there was some negative criticism about
Yeah.
these things.
So what I saw was a lot of it is it's it's industrial cardboard, so it's a little bit more sturdier than random cardboard that you'll use like if anyone works retail
Right.
or just boxes in general. Like it's more sturdier than that. However, they're still prone to breaking. They are still cardboard, so if you have any animals, they're gone. Or like if you have a cat, guess what? It's a litter box.
Right.
I've seen that as a complaint a lot too. People spend $80 for a robot litter box. Dogs have torn them up. It's still cardboard, guys. Like that's something a lot of people need to understand. Is it's a lot of fun. It's intuitive, but like it's cardboard. It
Yeah.
is cardboard, meaning it's fucking cardboard. Like that's and another thing I've seen is for a lot of people it's infuriating. Like if you're creative and you've done like you can do like the whole little like origami stuff or you can do like the Pez stuff or like you're creative, you're fine. You're good. You can
Yes.
make this together. However, if you're not creative, you might actually save more time getting someone else, like paying someone else to do it for you, like to make it because it's infuriating. Certain people parts don't clip in together. Like I've seen a lot of people's reviews are negative because they're like, yeah, whenever we finally got it like fixed together and combined, it's fun, but it took them way longer than it should have to just put cardboard together. So it's like they're infuriated because they're like, I'm just trying to like, is this IKEA? What is this? Like, why is this in a million different pieces that need to be clipped together? These instructions are trash.
See, part of this whole concept sounds fucking amazing to me. But part of it just sounds like something I would never want to do. Uh, I was looking at one that had like gears and switches and shit in the back, and I mean that's cool. I
Yeah.
think that kind of shit sets me off. I mean, but you start, I don't know. It feels like an overpriced accessory, if anything. Uh, with a mini game collection.
Right.
Uh, but I don't have one. And if I ever get an opportunity to try it out, I will. I mean, that's not. I just don't want to go dump cash on it if I'm not sure about it, especially as like a well, it's cardboard.
Right.
I
100%.
think that sums it up. Nintendo Labo, it's cardboard.
It's
But
cardboard. Honest review. It's cardboard. Like that's
right,
that's
it's
what you're getting.
uh,
But like that's I mean, it's really what it is. It's I mean, it is a technically the Switch is a child's game. Like that's what it is. It's meant to encourage creativity and imagination and get kids to like think about stuff and like do it like kind of like when we were younger like we had a stick. We're now fishing.
right.
But it's just but now on this
Well, it's
they
like
can
Nintendo's attempt at Connects. I mean,
yeah.
it's which they were awesome. Anybody who's old enough to remember that shit, but
Yeah. I mean it's just one of those things where it's just like we'll have to like I'm iffy on it. Odds are I'm probably not going to get one, at least not right now. I mean, luckily I don't have any animals or like kids aside from Mr. J here. Haha. So like I don't think anything's gonna get torn up too hard. But I know as soon as that thing touches the ground, it's just gonna have like a mothball of hair just consume
right.
it and take it into its being.
Oh, and fuck, dude, I bump into everything. Like at home, outside in public, I'm usually pretty good, but
Right.
like at home, just off my guard, constantly kicking my feet in the shit.
Hmm.
I'm gonna leave this thing
Ah!
on the floor,
Oh dang it!
fucking crush
Ah!
whatever robot I built.
No. Well,
It's just done. Like, there was $80,
foot's
but
gone.
yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I want to support everything Nintendo does with the Switch. This is
Right.
where I'm torn on this because the Switch is fucking fantastic. Um, we've got rumored Fire Emblem coming out. There were some supposed leaks about it. I'm not going to put any I'm not going to invest any like real thought into that yet because it's pretty early.
Right.
It's got the potential for an amazing Pokemon game. It's everything they released on it so far. By they, I mean Nintendo, not not everyone, but most of the stuff that's been come out on the Switch so far has just been
Just
fantastic.
powerhouses.
Even if it's a fucking Doom,
Yeah.
that was the most impressive one to me. Yeah, it's scaled down; it's not as pretty, but it runs perfectly. I was jamming on it at work in the portable mode.
And what we can do is we can actually go to our next segment, which is our next podcast. Because going into
Right.
that, you mentioned it earlier. I didn't want to overlap you on that. But Darkest Dungeon, if y'all haven't played it, by all means play it. And
Yeah.
now the port for the Switch is coming out on May 1st. So
Yes.
what's
Yes.
y'all's excuse now? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Anyone? Nope. Didn't think so. Play it. Play the game.
Plus, it
Game's
goes on
great.
sale all the fucking time.
Yeah, game's
It's
great.
it's so great.
Goes on
Uh,
sale.
Something else I need to mention before we roll into anything else. I'd be completely remiss not to. We were just talking about Detroit and Quantic Dream. This month, I'll say this month, May, PlayStation Plus Beyond Two Souls is free.
Oh wow.
So if you've never checked out a Quantic Dream game before and you want to get an idea of what might be in store for you, check that out. It stars Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe. It's got a nice cast. Everybody does their part well. It's a really cool sci-fi slash fantasy story, really, because there's like a thing about souls and everything. But yeah, if you just want to get an idea of what you could be looking at with something like Detroit, it's free. No excuse not to check it out if you have Plus.
Absolutely.
But as for what we're talking about next week, I legitimately don't know yet.
So some of the stuff that we're looking at actually is on a lot of them are PlayStation 4 games. So one of them is going to be
Right.
Guns of Icarus Alliance. It's pretty much it's a hack and slash gun, like it's a shoot 'em down game. The one that I thought was hilarious because we're playing Killing Floor 2.
Right.
Killing Floor Incursion's coming out on PS4 on May 1st. Then
That's
we
the VR
have
one.
yes. We have Hive, the Alternate Wars, which is kind of just like I think it's a beatbox game per se. I'm not 100 sure to be honest. The one I'm interested in is Conan Exiles. That one's actually gonna be coming out in
Yes,
2 weeks.
releasing.
But it is finally
Fine.
releasing. I know we're going to get badgaming.com. We might have a server up for it. I'm not 100 sure.
Might just jump on a PvP server. You can build your bridge from one end of the world to another again.
For those who don't know, I literally built a bridge from our base, from our second base to our first base, and then to like other places for resources. So where people, as opposed to like, oh god, where do I go? Literally go on my bridge. It's the first right. Go all the way down. Like it
Oh,
took I spent a good week of just 8-hour days. Like it was work just building this bridge.
something else we're going to talk about next week. I would have talked about it today, but it was a little short notice. They did an official reveal finally for Shadow of the Tomb Raider,
Nice.
which is going to be coming out in September. There's some footage out there. There's more information now. Anybody who's played these Tomb Raider reboots, fan goddamn tastic, both of them. The first one was a little more focused, but even Rise of the Tomb Raider is one of the better games that you can play this generation. Um, so we'll definitely be talking about Shadow of the Tomb Raider's reveal,
Right.
which I mean, obviously we're going to see more and more of this stuff come E3, um, which should be in June, early June. But I mean, that's really all I have right now.
I mean, the only other thing I can think of is apparently a game that I thoroughly enjoy when we play with everyone, the whole group. We had the whole clan going. There was at least like 14 of us. I think you know where we're going with this. The new DLC for Destiny 2. It's called Warmind. Apparently it's fixing a lot of yeah, it's fixing a lot of the problems. It's making they've done a lot of updates on it. So I haven't seen anything much on it. It's once again it comes out May 8th, so it's 2 weeks away. If anything, I'll talk about it on our next podcast. But
Right.
like once again, that's still a ways away.
I guess we're gonna have to jump back in.
I'm a little hopeful for it just because it
Like if you
was
do, I will.
it was
But
so fun with everyone.
right,
But at the same time, I don't want. Look, I'm gonna wait for it to come out. I'm not buying it the day of.
right. Well,
I'm
unfortunately, I already own it. I was that guy who's like, before the game comes out, sure, let's dump $100+ on this piece of shit.
throw
We're all
money at
playing
it.
it. Let's just buy it. I'm surely it'll be good this time. No.
Man, we're so
Like it was so
wrong.
fucking great for that first month until we get to the raid. I'm already the max item level, 315.
There's literally nothing for you.
Yeah, there was no, unless I wanted purple and gold and white,
Purple and
which
gold.
I kind of would have if I'd gotten it in a more timely manner. But we didn't even
Right.
finish that shit for obvious reasons, and it was I don't know, man. They've been trying to fix this game. That game has been fuck it. Let's just talk about Destiny 2 some next week
Yeah.
because I mean there's a lot. I mean everybody's harped on it at this point.
That's the whole stream. We can do a whole podcast on Destiny 2.
Yeah, it might be a pop-up episode, like not part of the regular thing, because we could
By
go
the
on
way.
about that shit.
Oh man. But yeah, man. Is that all you got? That's all I have.
That's all I have for right now. If any new topics pop up, follow social media, facebook.com/badgaming.com. YouTube channel is up now,
Very nice.
which, is just badgaming.com. Might have to look a little bit for it because there's a lot of variations of that out there.
Where is it? Where is it? I can't find it.
Badlistings.com.
Bad listings.
Obviously, stay tuned to this channel. Follow it. Appreciate everybody who stopped by to view.
Like, follow, subscribe.
Right. Check us out on Twitch. I don't stream as often outside of the podcast as I probably should, but I started my Witcher 2 playthrough this morning.
Nice.
Just revisiting it. Had some issues with my controller not working, so relearning mouse and keyboard layout for it. Jimmy, of course, has been streaming some BattleTech. I don't know if you have plans to continue that.
Absolutely. Normally I have one day that's busy of something I can't I have to do
Right.
something this day. I'm completely open. I'm done adulting. I bought a new car. Yay. So
Yay.
I finally got that all taken care of. I was adulting on that. got a new phone. Woo! Like, hardcore adulting for me. I can stop being an adult for like 2 days and just play video games with y'all. I'm kind of excited. It's gonna be good
Also,
times.
before we forget, shout out to Cryptic from thebadgaming.com for
Heck yeah.
finishing his playthrough of Bayonetta, which he thoroughly enjoyed. And as always, I was fucking right. He knew he'd love it.
I have to give a shout out to him on a different level because as far as I know, he's the only badgaming.com affiliate who has finished a game.
Yes, yes. Finished the game on stream.
Like none of us. So shout out to Cryptic. Like, follow, subscribe him. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, follow us on badgaming.com. It's twitch.tv/badgaming.com. There's no .com. It's .com. I'm sure if you're on
Yeah.
YouTube, you can see how it's spelled.
Right.
It's April. It's about to be May. So I mean, if you don't know what year it is, it's 2018. I don't know who's watching this. Hello,
Right.
from the past. But
but yeah, I mean, go to his channel, check out those VODs, and be sure to follow us, twitch.tv/deathfrenzy and Jimmy Not. As you can see how they're spelled over our
above
cams
us.
there. Yeah, above us, up. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong camera, so I had delay. And I was like, why are my fingers going up?
What is wrong with my hands? Oh, I just hit my mic. But yeah, guys, that is it for us. Once again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I am Jimmy Not. I'm Jimmy. This is Death Frenzy. John. Yeah, thank y'all so much. And y'all have a fantastic day.
And we'll see you motherfuckers next week.
Yes, sir.
At 3 p.m. Sunday, same time. We need to come up with like a regular rap line. I know we're still broadcasting, but fuck it.
Like, honestly, y'all, you know what? Y'all can give me y'all opinions on this. That's right, opinions. The PETA isn't really pronounced very well, but it's gonna be like, thank y'all so much for watching the stream. I'm Jimmy Not, he's Death Frenzy, and y'all have just been badly informed.
I like that one.
I like it too.
I probably should have saved that till you ended the broadcast, but I like it.
Dang it. Okay.
I've also been drinking prop coffee for the last like 5 minutes because I ran out.
We don't talk about that. We just talk about how hyped we are for the podcast. All right, hold on. No, we got this again. We're doing it live. Once again, guys, thank y'all so much. This is Death Before Dishonor presents badgaming.com, and y'all have been badly informed.